Look, I'm all there.
That's right.
You don't have to alt. You got a new hat on, too.
I do, thank you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Best of the Rails.
Hey, y'all.
It's Mike and Casey here in the studio. It is September 21st, 2025, and here we are. Had some updates to the technology we're using this week. I don't know if you guys caught Mike's live earlier today. I know it was a little bit quiet, but...
Is that what you would call it? Okay.
But functional. It's a new camera, and it's a very fancy camera. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Stuart. Hey, Tara. And as soon as we get the audio part worked out, I feel really good about progress. I was also going to do a new thing where I'm looking up to look at your submissions. So I don't have my hat down. But when I tried to do that, I realized that is not the monitor that's being shown on the live. So I went, well, never mind. So I switched back, and that's fine. We'll just do that. So we're going to dive in here momentarily. I'm going to make one small change. Let's see how this goes. I think it did everything correctly. Yeah, there we go. That worked. All right. We're going to dive in first with Mike's submission from this week.
Mike only added one this week.
Just one.
It's been a tough week.
One lonely video from Mike's Rail Fanning. So as we gently fade out our iconic theme music. Is that what we call it, Mike? I think that's what it is.
It works. I fought off a lot of mosquitoes for this video.
Did you?
Oh,
there were a lot of mosquitoes in general this week. Hey, Robert. Hey, Tony. Let's see what we got. Got a video. Oh, look at what it is. It's Delaware and Hudson.
In the sun.
At Coffee's Cliff. Yeah, little sun on the nose. All about 4124. And then a whole bunch of tanker cars carrying ethanol or caustic chemicals or something fun, I'm sure. Boy, I can actually see the mosquitoes flying in the monitor. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on the live, but there are mosquitoes flying.
It was awful. They were everywhere.
Just yesterday when we were working on the new camera, I got eaten alive.
And there are these little white, tiny miniature bugs. There's a gazillion of those out right now.
The little fluff balls.
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah, they were eating on me this afternoon when I was outside. Oh, yeah, it would help, I guess, if I actually showed you guys the video. Let's try that again. Here we go. This is a very professional broadcast. Here we go. There we are. I looked up and I thought, why can't I see the stream software?
Looks just as good the second time.
Look, more ethanol cars.
Where did they all come from?
Isn't that a Beatles song? Where do they all belong or something like that? I can't remember. Hey, Crash. So you get to hear it a second time. It's your first time seeing the magnificence of the mosquitoes. So here we go. That was Mike's submission for the week. Thank you, Mike, for fighting the flying creatures of the dusk hour.
I did a little grass trimming while I was there, too.
The Kansas City Southern car was in the background in that picture. Always neat. A little box car. Actually, I think it was a hopper. Anyway, it was something we don't normally see. And we have 73 to get through. Mike has... That's it. Eleanor Rigby. Thank you. That is the song. That was the one I was trying to think of. Ray has the file. Ray is going through the ones for photographic excellence. And he has confirmed he has received it. I can see Ray somewhere down here. Other side. Anyway.
Go, Ray, go.
Yep. So Ray has the file. He is going through it. I did get the ones that were emailed from AGS and from Robert. And I think everything is in there as of 5 o'clock. So we are going to dive in. Are you ready, Mike?
I am born ready.
That's what I want to hear.
Being the voice of the people, I'm all up to date here.
And yes, we are starting with image 2. That was a small mistake because image 1 was actually one from last week. There we go. That looks kind of like if it's got the hairstyle and the color of dress from one of the characters on the Jetsons, but I don't recall her wearing that outfit. I don't think you do either, do you, Mike?
And not at all.
I don't know if she's famous. Anybody know who that is? I would ask ChatGPT, but I don't think ChatGPT is going to tell me because the face has eroded with time.
Looks like she has a cocktail there.
Yeah, she does. That is a martini glass. Although the martini glass is surprisingly like undefined. I think the detail on that has eroded with the rest of it because I'm sure they painted more detail into it.
Ex-party girl.
It is. It says Miss. It looks like Julia, so maybe it's a friend. Something. ULIA. I can't quite read the first one, but I'm assuming the only name I know that ends in ULIA is Julia.
And is anything to the left tied in or not?
I don't know. What is that? I'm not even sure what that is.
It looks like...
Oh, there's a palm tree.
It looks like two prehistoric dinosaurs with eyes. See the
Oh,
orange
yeah.
eyes?
Yeah, it does look a little bit predatory there, but this that would look like a mouth is actually a palm tree. I'm not quite sure what it is. And there's some water. So at one point they painted, and there's the waves breaking on a beach. And there's the sky. So it was like a beach scene painted in the words, which would have been really cool.
That's why she's in a bikini, because she's on the beach.
That'll be it. Well, that makes it a little bit more scene appropriate, I suppose. Anyway, that's our very first one, leading in with the graffiti. And then on the other end of the spectrum, the 4759.
Right there looking at us.
That's right, it sure is. So this one has a metal plate where the window was in the door. No, actually, that's not the door. That's the door. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not quite sure what that is. Well, I guess there's a toolbox inside, but the toolbox isn't there. It's inside there. And there's the camera. That's a new kind of camera. Look at that one.
Much smaller.
It is, and doesn't have a box around it, so I guess they're not worried about people messing with it anymore.
Must be a Mevo.
There's no Yeti branding on the sand fill tubes there. Mevo is Mike's new camera. That's a good photo, though. A lot of very crisp focus on it.
I like the
High
presence.
voltage.
It's just right there at
It
you.
is. Bam! And you can see that this light is fading out as it does the wig-wag. And in S with a Union Pacific behind it. Good start.
Oh,
Cookie
look at
Monster.
that. Oh, is that who that is?
That is Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is indulging in some recreational activities. This would be what's known in the business, I believe, as a rolling paper. And there's a bit of a... his eyes are usual wonkiness, but they appear a little more bloodshot than I recall from Cookie Monster. He is working on the munchies that can only be fed by cookies. So that, I guess, is why Cookie Monster loves the cookies so
I am
much.
so lucky to have you interpreted this, because I would have missed all that.
If you notice how carefully I'm phrasing things,
Yes, I noticed that.
this is a family channel.
That's a family Cookie Monster.
It is. It's Sesame Street. Of course it's family.
Look, his eyes are in different directions.
Well, I think they're usually a bit cockeyed, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think. We're going to do our first water break. You know, in the image preview, I see a photo, and this is one side of the photo, And I'm going to go to my text messages and retrieve the other side real quick. So we go into the next picture. I'm going to do that. Oh, wow. Look at that one, Mike.
That. Whoa.
That's amazing. I'm not really sure why the Tiger is in party colors, but that is a...
For the same reason that the other one has beaches.
Yeah, because. I mean, that's a good reason, right?
Yeah, because.
When I open my text over in this other browser, so bear with me. But I do love the two different colors going on. That's a lot of
pink
a lot of effort, and the fading between them, and then the transitions right here back to the green. It's
got to stand for something.
And look how perfectly they didn't paint over the rest of it. Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like say right in his forehead there.
This car excess height.
No kidding.
I'm going to rewind to an earlier text message that you sent me, which will be more appropriate to understand later. I'm going to download this picture real quick. And you can't see the image preview because it's on the other monitor and they're tiny little thumbnails. But I'm going to download this one.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see that one because that's on the big monitor.
Yes, I can see
All
that
right.
one.
I'm going to open up our downloads. This will be fun. This will be worth the moment. So thanks, guys, for bearing with us for a second. Okay. Now I'm good. Oh, video. I don't know where that is. I don't recognize that depot. But there's somebody standing on a car. That's good.
Really?
Yep. See right here?
You're
Like
right.
standing on a Passat or something.
Hope they don't weigh much.
Or they don't care about the car.
Well, that's true.
Or both. Oh, it's Yellow Nose. Look at there.
1800
Yeah,
in the morning.
that's
or evening.
right. It's the yellow main event. It looks good. It's not nearly as faded as some of the other ones. As we know, yellow normally doesn't do very well on train cars. It fades out a lot.
I don't know which I enjoyed more, the person on the car
Yeah.
or the locomotive.
I'm being told that's in Boone's Mill, so I have an idea of who that would be.
Yeah, that could be.
This, I think I accidentally played the same video again. We're going to see.
It's the guy that owns the goat.
Yep, I did play the same video again. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. 3388. That's a good poker hand. That's an old SD40-2, isn't it? I think. Let's zoom in. Yep, it is. Look at me go. And here's the camera. The window setups are so weird on these after you get used to seeing the comfort cabs.
And no door.
Well, this is the door. It's just the little blunt nose doesn't have anything. I don't actually know what's in there. I'm not sure because it's laid out totally differently. It's a heck of a hood to have to look over, but I guess if you're sitting right here looking out that window, and you know, this one has a windshield wiper, but so do these two, and this one. That's a lot of windshield wipers.
Does it have little cups under the lights? On the headlights?
It has on the top one, but not on the bottom one, which is weird because you would think
That would be the
this
one
is the one
with
that's going to be
most
shining on the
reflection.
hood. Yeah. I don't know. That's odd. This one has also red detail on the tank. This is, I'm not sure what that is. You don't normally see that on the, like, the later ones we typically see. Oh, wow. There's another SD40, but he's looking a little rougher. So also a Dash 2, but here's the difference. Painted recently? Not painted recently. And this one's got the controls for autonomous control, of course. Got a little traction unit. I think I got two of them, actually. Good heavens, he must have been moving some weight around the yard. I guess they don't bother to paint them much. This must be somewhere in the north. Well, no, I guess they don't salt the tracks. I wonder why it's so rusty.
That's what happens when we get old.
I suppose so. He is old.
Look how dirty he is on the top.
He doesn't have the little cup under the lights, but the other SD40 did.
And there's somebody sitting in there too, Tony said.
Huh.
I'm not sure. Was this picture or the last picture?
In the last one there was somebody sitting in the in the conductor's side. Let's see what year this one was built. According to Railroad Picture Archive, this one was built December of 1980, so shortly before I was built. I like it.
Looks like an awful rough 45 years.
Yeah, I think I dare say I've aged better than that. I have less white in my beard than they have on the side of that engine. That one's rough.
Makes me think of the PC with all the paint coming off of it.
I know. How old am I? 43. Eventually, I guess, Mike, you'd probably do this too. You don't really keep that much track, and you have to sit there and do the math.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Some things you just don't want to know.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, that's a good one. I like the bee. And he's got a trail from where he was flying from. And I like the different colors on the honeycomb. That's at least 4 colors of paint he had to carry. 5. That's the light blue. And then if this is related, that's a lot of different colors of paint.
Makes me think of the country western song where the daughter's in the car and wants to know why honeybees have stingers.
Defense.
Defense.
Hey, boss. I don't know if that's is that a known? I guess that's just a character he's painted. I don't think that's a particular bee.
Awful porky bee.
He is pretty porky. He's only got 2 arms. I think bees have more than that.
And the wings are kind of different.
Yeah, they don't seem like they would be very efficient to move a
Exactly.
bulbous existence around. There's 3388 again.
I love the brig shot.
That's a different
Look at that
location and
sky.
everything too. Yeah, the sky is very brooding. Because this one he's long nose forward. On the previous one, he's the other way around, and it's followed by a tanker. So 2 different people caught 3388, I'm assuming. I'm guessing these are different submissions. I don't have any names on the image preview, so I don't know. But yeah, that's the other side. He's turned around. Different train. He was doing some work. 4774 followed by 1200. 2 more good lucky numbers. Got a conductor checking us out. They're onto us, Mike.
They're looking.
Actually, that's the engineer. Conductor's the other side. Fire Don, it says at the bottom. So I guess Don probably works in one of the yards, and maybe he's the yard master. Doesn't seem like he's particularly well liked.
Could be an engineer that they don't like.
It could be. You never know. But whoever it is, he should definitely start looking into his future career options.
He's going to be replaced.
He's not a man of the people. Oh.
Little Squeakville there.
In front of Wells Fargo. This looks like Kansas City. I'm not actually sure where this is. I don't know. That might be actually Virginia. But Wells Fargo has a giant building there. They have a giant one out in Utah, too. Oh, Delaware and Hudson coming through.
Well, there he goes.
I think that's the same one we saw in the beginning because it was... actually, that was your video. I think that's the same train.
Well, I had tanker cars.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's intermodal, but he was leading and there were 2 behind it. Somebody's saying it looks like Roanoke, Virginia. Oh, could be a political thing, too. That's a good point. I forgot that's Union Pacific experimenting. You know, that makes me think of something. Hang on. This is something I don't think Mike knows about, but they created this idea. There was a concept for a turbojet train. At one point in the rocket age, they had this great idea where everything was going to be jet powered. They didn't know yet why that was a bad idea, but they tried that. They stuck some jet engines onto a locomotive. We're like, hey, I got an idea, let's do that. They tried it a few different times. The J-52 was the big one. There's a turbojet that was in...
and they have them on the front.
Yeah, that's
Seems
probably
like
even worse idea.
Seems like it work better in the back.
It'd be like roof off flambe. That's something in Cyrillic writing, so somewhere in an Eastern Bloc country or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, it says Russian Troika Express Service, so that would be Russian. But yeah, that was an experiment. Didn't go super well, but that makes me think of if they really put wings to the idea.
By the way, we were in Roanoke.
Okay, cool.
And Crash says, it looks like a DC-10.
Yeah. If a DC-10 weighed slightly more. That's, and I think that's the engineer with his window open. I don't think that's advisable at that altitude. I think that's against protocol.
Coming to a crossing near you.
The Great Crossing in the Sky. That's a pretty good Photoshop, or, yeah, I don't think that's an AI render. I think that's Photoshop. Let's see. Oh, you know what I like? It says there's motion. There's motion detected. This one is the one I saw in the image preview. This is Mike waving. So why is Mike waving? I will tell you why Mike is waving. So this is from October 2023, I believe, Mike. We decided last week. This was during our off time. Mike and I were texting about this one. So I'm going to show you what's significant about that one. Because on the other side of this is Tara holding a phone or a camera. So Tara was filming Mike as Mike was filming Tara well before either one of them had heard of each other. I don't know if that's where she first knew to follow Rail Moments, is because Mike's live on Rail Moments sign. But Mike said that she had messaged him saying that she had been going through some old videos from TVRM. And there was Mike at TVRM filming and waving, as Mike does. And with the current tripod, but completely different setup, that's now a big mini 4:3 camera with a tablet mounted at the top and a camera and a microphone mounted on top of the tablet, mounted to a... Anyway, it's gotten much more complicated since then. That's the old setup. And on the other side, there's Tara looking back. That was fun.
That was 20th century.
Mm-hmm. The old technology. This looks familiar. Is that Cowan?
Is that where you stuck your head in the deal and took the picture?
That can't be Cowan for two reasons. Number one, I recognize that as NCC 1701, the Enterprise. I don't recall the Enterprise having landed in Cowan.
No.
And
it flew right over.
I also don't remember there being a Porsche Cayman or a helicopter or an SR-71 Blackbird. That's definitely not to scale in this setup. That car had an oopsie. So that looks a lot like the Dalton Freight Depot, and then that's a bad way to go off.
It's like that car I sent you the picture of yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Driving
dead center in the ditch.
This has been set long ago because there's not a single SUV in this lineup. And that American flag, if that's the scale, that's going to put... what's the RV dealership? Has the huge flag? Camping World. It's going to put Camping World to shame. And these roads laid out inside of this circle, that would be challenging. You can imagine the complaints from people trying to go to work. I'm just trying to commute and I've had 3 rail crossings. That'd be fun layout though. And this one, this is a bridge to nowhere. It's just a display bridge. But for some reason, there are also solar panels. There's a lot happening there.
It's kind of like the test track accident over at NS.
Yeah.
Right off the end of it.
Yeah. This is a, I can't remember what you call these thermometers, but I have that exact one at the house.
Oh, where they rise and the little bubble things rise and fall.
Yep. It's named after a scientist. I can't think of his name at the moment, but that's what happens.
That's cool.
It's like a bean dude. But it says number 23. I don't know if that's because it was 2023 or they're big fans of Michael Jordan. But that is a happy bean with his tongue out. And I'm assuming at least he's a bean. He could be a really sick kidney. He could be a number of things, but it looks like a bean. Galileo. It's a Galileo thermometer? All right, I'll go with that. I have no reason to doubt that. There we go. Got a shot of a passing locomotive, 7125. In the rear view mirror, objects in mirror are closer than they appear. That's right there. But that tree, that was a significant fall. And in the image preview, I think we have another angle of that one. Yep, that was passing by. So there were two of them came by. That one's 7125 and that one's 7141. It's an old ST40. I don't know what that says. Oh, it says "Hello, beautiful" on the rearview mirror, or on the side view mirror. That's nice, since I'm a motorcyclist and I'm often riding by people's side view mirrors. I appreciate the shout out.
Tara wrote a note, but I'm not sure what it goes to.
V77, it says. Let's see. Nope, I'm not sure.
Now, where does it say? What's the note on there you were talking about?
It says "Hello, beautiful" right here
It does?
on the mirror. Yeah, you have to kind of squint to read it, but that's what it says.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody's affirmation, I'm assuming. Or a nod to passing motorcyclists, as I like to interpret.
Tara said that's me. The local.
Oh, that was on the local. It wasn't a special TVRM event. Who do we have? Well, that's an interesting one. Spirit of the Union Pacific. We haven't seen that one, Mike.
Didn't know it existed. Look at that flag.
Well, it's definitely World War II related for a couple of reasons. Number one, that's the year after we joined World War II. But it's also kind of old school military paint scheme. Big flag and camo right here. So it's something military commemorative, but I've never seen that one. Somewhere very flat, so I'm thinking maybe Texas.
Iowa's flat.
Iowa is flat. Interesting. Got a couple of different paint schemes. That one there was a bit different too, I think. Actually, let's see that real quick. It says something went wrong. Of course, it hates replaying videos. Let's go back one. My computer has severe distaste for replaying videos. It's like, you already saw that once. So there's something about this train car. Oh no, it's just burned. It's really, really burned. I thought there were two different flags or something, but that flag is painted in that spot where everything overheats. I don't know what's behind it. When we've seen those doors open, it didn't look like anything that gets extremely hot. I mean, the engine's back there and the engine gets hot, but the radiators and everything are over here, so you'd think there wouldn't be many thermal events, but it always roasts the paint there. You'd think it'd always bake back here where the cooling system is.
Mechanical is not my strong suit.
1800.
Under the bridge. Look at all
That's
the
right.
soot on that bridge.
Crossing one bridge, coming out of there, under another bridge. Oh yeah, you're right. There's a lot of soot.
Reminds me of the Dalton Bridge.
Yeah, where all the lights are burned out.
Mm-hmm. They're all melted.
Said it's a World War II train. Look up World War or WW 1943. I like that shot of the yellow coming through. It's a really nice looking one. I'm partial to yellow anyway. And all four lights are lit at that moment.
Tara says Life Force and 1800. So, do you see?
Oh, yeah,
the
up here there is a helicopter.
Oh, there it is.
I guess there's a lot of hospitals call their helicopter Life Force because that's what our hospital calls their fleet of 4 helicopters. They have more morbid nicknames if you work at the hospital, like my father did.
Should we ask?
I only know 2 of them, but their nicknames were Death Star and Payday.
Really?
I don't make them up, man. I just hear the stories, okay? Ah, it looks like more of that layout. I do not recognize that at all, but it's interactive. And look at the Tropicana reefer cars. That's cool. Not a graffiti on any one of them. I really think somebody should be a miniature graffiti artist. Make them more realistic. Because this one's weathered correctly, but I don't see a single Nike painted anywhere on this.
You know, that's a really good point. more realistic model railroads.
Yeah.
With graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's doing it. I just haven't seen one yet.
Every time I've gone someplace, I've never seen it. Like when I go to the miniature over at TVRL.
Yeah, and they had the, I can't remember what they call the event, but the Model Railroad Association takes over the choo-choo once a year, and they do a big display out in the front. I've seen those quite a few times. We've been to the one at Cowan. We've been to a few. I can't recall.
We have to start taking some paint.
That must be what this was. So this is apparently Gadsden, Alabama, because over here it says Gadsden in the 1940s, and there's a diorama. That's the only Gadsden I know of, so it must be Gadsden, Alabama.
There was an event down there recently.
More trains operating upstairs, and this guy is selling some, or maybe he's just, he's not selling, he's strolling by. That guy is selling in the background. There's a bunch of people selling their wares here.
Big
must
place.
Have been a Model Railroad Day.
Oh, look at the car.
Oh, yeah, and this must be where the layout is, because there's somebody up there watching and filming. Yeah, it's part of a Model T-ish truck. There's more of it. This is like a 50s version. So that's a Plymouth Belvedere, maybe? There's a 49 Mercury. There's a few old cars in here. DeSoto. Old billboard with the lights that shone down from above the way they used to. An old Amoco sign. That's one I haven't seen in a while. Must be where there was a quarry, because that's a whole lot of stone up there.
We have one of those at the office.
Oh, look, it's like a steel mill, I think. That must be in Gadsden, because Bessemer had the giant Bessemer steel plants. I wonder if that's Bessemer, Alabama. And that would have been around the era when they were working hard. By the way, if y'all notice Mike is looking down a lot, Mike is being the voice of the people. That's him messaging back to you guys. Somebody commented recently that Mike is always looking down the videos. That's because he's actually talking to you. You just can't see it. There you go. That's Mike watching you, watching us, and talking to you.
You're being watched.
We always are, Mike.
Powering up.
I do love that sound, the little bump they give it to get started. The windsock is active.
A little giddy up.
Ooh. All right. I've seen this one once. You remember Cody? He used to always be on the channel.
Yes.
Cody sent me a picture of this one once, about 2 years ago. 9014 GMTX. That's a lease unit, I think. I don't recall anything about it, which is why we're going to Google it real quick. All right, it's on the, here it is, testing on the New Haven line. It's a GATX Rail Locomotive Group SD60 built in 1986. So I guess just a lease unit. Yeah.
Reminds me of the Erie.
Been painted several different times. It used to be the blue that we're used to seeing. So it's old paint scheme. Same one. GMTX 9014, but it's got the GATX nose on it, and then they repainted it. I much prefer the yellow. Let's see if I can find when they repainted it. No, all the... Let's go to the last page. 20... Okay, they had repainted it by 2020. It was already repainted. Okay, here we go. I see it before and after. So it was repainted in, it appears, 2019. Because in the June of 2019, it was still blue and white, and then it suddenly became yellow in July. So there we go. 2019, it got repainted. I like that. There's the Gadsden one we saw in the background. That's where that layout is. That's a huge layout. That must be, that's a pretty realistic yard layout too. Look at all the switching next to the mill. And all the conveyors and everything set up. Gosh, that's a lot of work. I wonder if people get paid to do these or if they're volunteers. Because that'd be quite a job, wouldn't it?
That's I know that for over at, I'm thinking here for a second, Andy does all his volunteers to do all his work and the electrical and stuff at the one here.
That's cool.
Can you by chance translate the last message when you get a moment?
Yeah, I'm not on the messaging here.
Way down there.
Well, it's saludos is just greetings. So it's greetings from my mother is actually what it says. So hello, Iconic. Stuart, I'm guessing you have a layout, huh? You should send in a picture of yours. I don't think I've seen that one. So, hola, Iconic. Oh, all right. So this is the Spy vs. Spy guy. He normally has fewer fingers raised, in my recollection. That's a traffic salute. So I guess he's making off the bag of money. But that's the guy from Spy vs. Spy, if you recall, from the Mad Comics Day, Mad Magazine.
Really?
Yeah, you know. Hang on.
No, I never did.
Jeez.
I never got out, I guess.
You know, the What Me Worry. This guy, Spy vs. Spy, so he had the hat that was split. Oh, no, he doesn't have the pointy nose. Maybe not. Yeah, because he would have a pointy nose if that was him. In my luck, it's going to open up something I shouldn't. Oh, well. Anyway, it's the right hat. It's the wrong nose. He would definitely have the nose there. I
But he's got the money bag and he's on the run.
Yeah, and he appears to be unhappy with the man or the system or traffic. He's given the signal, the universal signal. There's that dude again.
Yes, that's one I keep forgetting who it is.
Somebody called him something like...
Yes, they all know who he was. And I saw him the other day and I could not think of
like
what they told me.
Carrot Guy or something. I can't remember what they said he's called. He is a frequent character. He appears a lot. This must be close to Atlanta because it says Dirty Bird right here. Do you know what Dirty Bird references?
No.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Oh.
The Dirty Birds.
Texas said while you're on there, look up WW1943, the WW2 train.
Okay. Well, that gets us World War 1943. So let me do Union Pacific. Let me add some more words to that. Okay. Number 1943. There it is. It is. Spirit locomotive honoring U.S. Armed Forces. That is the one. It's recognizing employees who funded it through war bond contributions. Oh, a Boeing. Okay, this makes more sense. A Boeing B-17 was christened the Spirit of the Union Pacific in 1943, recognizing employees who funded it through war bond contributions. The Spirit of the Union Pacific was assigned to the 571st Bomber Squadron and was shot down on its fifth mission during a raid on enemy installations in Munster, Germany. So that's interesting. So it's commemorating a B-17 that was used in the European theater that was actually paid for by Union Pacific employees buying war bonds. That's cool. What a great connection.
That's
a great idea.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
Look at all that history combined in there.
Every detail of the Spirit's trade dress incorporates a piece of each U.S. Armed Forces branch. The Spirit's front is symbolic of Air Force silver. The blue stripe is a reflection of the former Strategic Air Command's nose sash. The lettering inside the sash is the original hand-drawn font used on the B-17. How cool is that? Boy, that's a great heritage unit. It's followed by the Coast Guard's racing stripe, and Navy's battleship gray, which frames Union Pacific's traditional American flag. The military camouflage is a nod to the Army and Marines. The final message on the tail is dedicated to U.S. prisoners of war and those missing in action, featuring the POW MIA symbol and its motto, "You're not forgotten."
Look at all the thought that went into that.
Yeah, and silver trucks and tanks to boot.
And this proves what I say so many times on the live, why this show is so cool. Because there's so many things from around the country we don't get to see.
Yeah.
And here on a Sunday night, we get to see it all.
It is fun. I always learn something. I also love the green detail and the hose connections and everything up front that is in the same green as this in the back. And then there is a story that is no longer working on UnionPacific.com. If anybody knows the webmaster for Union Pacific, give them a note that's broken. But that used to be a link to war bonds buying the Spirit of Union Pacific B-17 bomber. I guess if I was super motivated, I could go to archive.org and retrieve that, but we're just going to say, oh, cool. Anyhow, there's a fish. He's having a rough day.
So he's trying to escape.
Yeah.
Are the swirls behind him is motorboating? Fish boating?
Can you say motorboating on a family channel? I guess you can. If you're referring to a fishing boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Train going by.
Train.
Hold on. All right, we got to do this real quick. You can probably see it on the monitors behind us, but we're going to bring it over here first. We're going to do the dangerous thing. We're going to go into view our channel. It's always hilarious to me what gets recommended, as we don't actually use our Real Moments channel for watching YouTube.
Not anymore after I got in trouble.
Yeah, but Mike wasn't watching Bowling for Soup videos. 3 power units up front. 29F. Heading toward Graysville.
29F, signal indication. Come towards, start rolling towards Jersey. I'll let you know when you guys are goodbye.
Wait, 29F is NS. That's the NS channel. It's
Correct.
Talking. Yeah.
29F's the priority train to Jacksonville. It runs daily in the evening.
So CSX didn't say anything. I wonder if he's about to say something.
No, it is fine. I spoke to the chief. That train did not get any more detector stops. It had went by like 3 other detectors and did not get stopped. Over.
Have an axle trouble, I guess. But only one of them reported it.
That's correct. Over.
Hope the other 3 were working.
I mean, I guess I was right because he said that's correct.
All right. Thank you.
Interesting. All right. Well, CSX never said anything, even as he's approaching Graysville. Maybe a minute before he says anything, but we'll keep that tab over and we'll just mute that audio and keep it live. But anyway, I was going to say I don't think Mike was watching Bowling for Soup videos, so it's always funny what YouTube recommends if you don't ever use the channel for casual browsing. It's like, well, maybe they'll watch this. I can't read quite what that says.
It's the jet stream behind him.
It looks like it says Embarcadero, but it's been like squiggled out.
Hard. Oh, look, there's a skull too on the left.
I don't know what it would be referencing because Embarcadero is just like a pier. It's also a place, but it's been kind of squiggled over. But pier would make sense considering there's a fish and it's showing going that way. And it does have scales. You see the scales? They're kind of grayed in here.
He's got a X in his eye,
Yeah, he's not having a great day.
but he's headed to the skull.
He is. Yeah, he's headed that way. Where REMS is. I don't know. Next image. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a very human eye for this sea creature. That's a pretty well done eye. Got a lot of eyelashes, got a lot of depth.
That's a bunch of teeth.
Yeah, yeah,
And is that a tongue?
it is right there. It's got a lot going on.
What's the thing that goes up like this and down?
This?
Yeah, it goes up over the 727.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I think they were in the process trying to paint something else when it started moving. But they got that far. They started painting this creature.
interesting set of proportions there.
Yeah, it's odd. And what an eye, what a human eye to put on that creature. Interesting. Hey, the Pennsylvania.
Oh, I tried to film that the other night
Very nice.
in the dark.
Just a quick little pass, but I like it. Did it come through here?
Yeah, went north on 10 Bridge, and all I saw was nothing.
Oh.
It's just too dark.
Well, I hate that for you.
It was a bad night.
I did see that you had a Tim Bridge. I didn't see that you were chasing it.
That was the goal. It wasn't the reality, but it was the goal.
Amtrak 341. See if that one's it's on the Hiawatha train between Milwaukee and Chicago. Oh, that's train 341, not locomotive 341. I was going to say that's oddly specific that they never used that one anywhere else. There we go. That's an EMD F40 PH. Apparently. That can't be. That's way different. Oh, okay. This is the replacement. So there's been two with that number. Because the other one was sold to LTEX and is gone now. So the modern Amtrak 341 is a Siemens ALC 42 with no shown build date. Interesting. That's a new one. And it's often leading the Silver Meteor through Florida. It also does the Palmetto train and runs to Chicago, but it seems to typically be on the Silver Meteor. All right.
I love the windows on it.
Yeah, no.
Got personality.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the new ones. Jesse sent some pictures of a similar unit when he was on his honeymoon on the Amtrak.
Tony's saying the storms took out the festival.
Oh, really?
In Cowan.
They came through here.
Ooh, did they ever? I had to pack in a hurry. Oh, I love that coming across the bridge.
There's the camera. Yeah, that's a good shot. I like that one. Very
Look at the
yellow.
rails.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. You can see the soot better there. There's a lot of it. Oh, and I was saying the lights are all melted out underneath the bridge in Dalton. Where the lights are underneath, all the covers are melted from the idling locomotives underneath it. That's a good one too, coming in the sunlight. That's a good shot. Sand fill, toolbox inside. See, this one doesn't have that plate. That's what I'm saying. There's something different. I know it's a different model. And the other one, I don't think was an ST70. I don't recall what it was, but it did not have that. And this one doesn't have that plate. I'm not sure. Don't know what that was. There's a lengthwise shot of him coming in.
Be long, those will all be fall colors up there.
Mm-hmm. It's starting to be today. Noticed there was more today than it was yesterday. It's got the window shade down. I think this one here may be my favorite shot of it. I like that. A reverse one salute. Oh, the nickel plate. Wait a minute. That's weird. Did you see what just happened?
I was too busy listening to the
What's this?
Okay.
Okay, UP that's missing all of the flag there. And then the nickel plate. What the heck is the 8100 doing as the extra power on a Union Pacific locomotive or train? That's odd.
And it needs a bath.
It does need a bath. It's not looking as vibrant these days. That's an odd thing. Huh. Okay. Well,
Doesn't even get to be nose forward.
no, he just got tacked on his extra power. I guess if that's what's lying around. Yeah, he's coming through.
Somebody was making a statement at UP.
Right. We'll drag no matter what power we have. There's also a sign over here that says no trespassing. So I guess that's as far as you can go.
Oh, speaking of no trespassing, they have new signs at all of the Bucks gates that say no trespassing. Took all the stuff used to say about no photography, and they're red and black, and all the gate entrances have new signs. I noticed that yesterday.
And we're very careful not to pass those anyway. We stay back of the yellow rail.
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, that's just further down. He must have been sitting for a minute. His lights are wig-wagging. He's still moving, I guess, but that's much further down.
Well, somebody had to go quick to get from there to there with him.
Yeah, maybe just levitation.
Right.
I like the sky. That's not Photoshop either. That's just what the sky looked like that day. That's pretty. There's a dude in the mail
truck.
van. Yep. Right-hand drive mail van. Not paying any attention to it at all.
He's probably pacing the train.
Doesn't look like it. Somebody had written something, looks like it might have been slightly rude on the side of it, but it's been rubbed off. This is from American Dad. I can't remember what his name is. Is it Brian or something? Hang on.
So it's another cartoon.
Roger. His name is Roger. That's Roger from American Dad. That's definitely him. But on the side of it, it says Space Jams. And as far as I'm aware, he never played basketball with Michael Jordan.
Now, I did see that movie.
And this was painted March 2nd, 2022 by MH. It's holding up pretty well. 3 years old.
It is.
Good job on Roger.
Even though I didn't know who Roger was till today.
Now you do. Oh, what's his name, Mike? Oh, gosh. He was on Felix, wasn't he?
I don't know. At least Tony knew who Roger was.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Oh, it's an artistic reinterpretation of the Big Bad Wolf character from classic cartoons, like Disney's Three Little Pigs from 1933, but drawn in a more street art style, almost in the vein of early black and white rubber hose animation, think 20s to 30s. The exaggerated features, mischievous grin, and old-timey outfit are consistent with that era's cartoon villains. It's not an exact copy, but it appears to be inspired by the Big Bad Wolf.
Look at his feet. Look how the claws are. The wolf from Three Little Pigs, Tara says.
Yeah. I'm going to try and see if I can find that character. Yeah, there's a couple of versions of him. He definitely does have the top hat. Oh, there's a lot of versions of him. Yeah, I can't find one that's exactly it, but that's definitely it. And a lot of these are Disney characters, and I think if you show them on YouTube, you automatically go to Disney Prison.
Uh-oh. Really?
I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me. They bury me in the tunnels under Epcot.
Where's Casey's in Tunnel 13-3?
We would like to say that this graffiti is not ours, nor are we endorsing any representations of any copyrighted character by showing this graffiti on our channel. For legal matters, please don't contact us. There's 316. That's another one of the Siemens units. That's the same type. That's an ALC 42. We now know what that means.
That's such a cool locomotive.
Yeah, in Roanoke. Maybe one day, Mike, they'll put the Amtrak back through here on the Nashville to Atlanta route.
Sure hope they hurry before I get older.
They keep threatening that they're going to do it, and then they remember that that's difficult. Because whether or not passenger trains are successful at all is a function of population density. And the population density in the U.S. is, I think, something like 1/7 what it is in the U.K. So it is very difficult to make a profitable train. That's why you only see passenger trains in areas like the megalopolis of New York, Philly, D.C., and what's the other one? Baltimore, I guess. And then in subways and major metros, but you really never see passenger service unless that's between two relatively close cities in the U.S.
Plus, they'd never be on time by the time they waited for 23rd Street crossover.
Yeah, the rail priority and all the other stuff. It's just difficult to do. We don't have good population density. That makes a big difference. Japan, one of the most densely populated places on Earth, they have a ton of them, and they use them a lot, but R.J. Corman.
Lease unit.
2 of them. 3 of them. It's getting better every time. 4. Man, they were short on power. 5. Those got to be brand new, right? Maybe they're they're sequential. 6249, 48. What's that one? 7109. These first 2 are sequential. Let's see if I can get my play controls. I can't. Good heavens, how many of them are there? Oh, that's ridiculous. And 2 different paint schemes. The first 2 are sequential numbers. Good heavens.
Somebody else is excited.
And look at the logos in the back. It's got streamliners in the back. Okay, let's see if we can count these things. Okay, we got 62, 48, and 49 right here. So those are the sequential ones I was referring to. And 7109, 7084, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 R.J. Corman units behind 1 BNSF. All right, let's find out more about R.J. Corman real quick. I think we've looked this one up before. Oh, this is cool. They've got a nice video on their homepage. Wind source. Oh, they do everything. From helicopters to rail building. Well, Mike, I quit. I'm going to work for R.J. Corman. I want to play with heavy equipment and helicopters. That sounds way more fun.
They definitely have one of each.
Look at that, man. It's going to be fun. Our companies. Here's what they do. Railroad services construction. Railroad services emergency. And including re-railing locomotives and cars and post-derailment cleanup, hazmat mat removal and storm repair, signaling, storm team, material sales, railroad company, including they're a short line operator of their own with 19 short line railroads in 11 states and transloading, etc. They also do switching, which means they've got a guy who knows how to move a yellow handle, and then distribution centers. There's a lot of training, gotta move a yellow handle.
They gotta make sure it's right afterwards too. You know how they do their hand to line it up.
Yeah. And then there's a 30-ton capacity crane, which is an overhead crane, apparently. Wow. And there's their sections.
All red.
Logistics, railroads, and contracted services. All right, I'm going to be the storm team. And it said this was based in Kentucky, but they are all over. There's Montana, Arizona. I can't tell if that's going to be New Mexico or Texas, but right in the corner. Basically everywhere. They're in 23 states. Over 70 strategically placed field offices. Look at that. How much fun would it be to have that truck? I don't even know what the job is, but I'm in.
You want it, huh?
Apply today. All right, guys.
That's one more state than
I'll race you.
NS. NS is, I believe, is 22.
That's significant, man. That's a lot of scale. Then run their own short lines. That seems like fun. I'm going to fly in on the helicopter and make sure they're doing it right. What do you think? I'm qualified.
You would be qualified for that.
Yeah. True
perfect.
Story. Back in my earlier days of selling power sports, we had a guy from a cleanup company. It might have been R.J. Corman for all I know, but there'd been a derailment somewhere not far from here. I'm thinking it was like an hour away. And he came, a guy with like 2 other guys came in wearing work clothes. And, they were big dudes. You can tell they did physical work. And they're like, hey, we need to buy a side-by-side. Like, okay. And he said, we need something big that's like capable of moving people and some chainsaws and stuff in really difficult terrain. We're like, how difficult are you talking? We're like, it's an unimproved woods area where we have to access a remote derailed train. We're like, So in the course of about 4 hours, we built them a Pioneer 1005 on like a 6-inch lift with giant Jeep tires. And they bought that thing, paid immediately, and took off in a lightning flash. And so whatever job it was paid enough that they had us custom build them a side-by-side and disappeared with it in a hurry. And we built that thing as fast as we could build it, but they bought one giant redneck side-by-side and disappeared with it really, really quickly. So whatever it was, they were doing work.
Off into the woods they went.
4424 in front of the Art Museum. Got some... Whoop, I just went back. Sorry, my bad. Got some... I was trying to scroll to this. That's an old depot, I think. Looks like an old depot.
Well, whatever it is, it definitely has the old look.
Well, they've got 2 cabooses here, too. There's something going on over there. I wonder if that's the museum. There's 4424. I don't see the camera. But there's the little hatch thingy thing. And that's an AC-44. Okay, we're going to look at all the AC-44 C6Ms and see if they all have that little door. And then one day, I'm going to know what it's for. My neighbor's an NS engineer. I could ask him. He lives, like, right down the block.
I think you have a project this week.
I'll wait till I see him outside. And he sits in the driveway and smokes cigars. I'm going to go over there and say, hey, man, I've got a question for you. What's this door? See, there's a different... 4001 is a C6M. We're looking at the tail of it. Is that the Sonic one? I think that is the Sonic one. There's another one that's just blue, and I always get mixed up which one they call Sonic. It's another one of the mains. I do love seeing the mains. That one's... Look how yellow his gray has gotten. Must have been moving sulfur or something, or coal. We haven't seen 4001 through here in...
Looks tired.
Yeah, it's been at least a year, hasn't it?
Oh, they're hard to keep up with.
We see...
you know my memory.
We see 4002 a lot. I think that it does have that cut in, and it's a C6M. It's going to be something that's just on those. I don't know what it does. I do love the architecture there. That'd be a great place to sit and watch trains, wouldn't it?
That'd be fantastic.
Although, look at that. That's not melted. It's not even sooty. So how do they keep this from melting? I don't know that I would want to stand there and find out.
That is an interesting question if you think about how close that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's right over it. I'm not even sure that you could fit one of the high clearance cars underneath that. It looks like it's inches from it.
Well, you sure would want to be up there just in case.
But it looks like this is a bump out, like to sit there and hang out, like it's got probably seats or something. I see rails there. Yeah, you could lean and look. I'm not sure what is happening there, but that's interesting. There's never been anybody on it in the pictures we've seen. Lucas! You know, Lucas, from 2019, we wrote you a slogan, as you should remember for forever. And that's never trade attention for respect. Mike and I painted that for you in 2019.
Tony says that the 4000 doesn't have the yellow stripe where 4001 does.
Okay, that's what it is. I knew there was one of them that was just blue. Yeah. And I think it's the 4000 they call Sonic of the main trains. This is the cut in, so that's going to be one. Can't quite see the numbers on that one. 8067 climbing the hill. I need to do some grass trimming.
Our grass trimming is up in Ringo's getting so tall.
Look how rusty or just dirty or both he is. Oh, you know what's interesting about this one? This one has the cut in here and a window in the door.
I wonder if some models have the lights in that spot.
I don't know, but why does this one have a window in the door and the other ones don't? This is going to bother me. It's going to be like the camera thing. We're going to start watching for this, Mike.
Is it a window to see out?
Yeah, I mean, you would. That makes sense, right? Like you'd want to know if there's something in the way before you open the door, I guess. But I'm not sure why it has the cutout, like the C6M cutout, and then the window both. I think that's a recent acquisition. What do you think?
Very much so.
What did it used to say? It said something. So it says SSW right here. And then right here it says something CO, and then you can't read the rest of it where they've unpainted it. And that looks like that is the UP Eagle painted on the front, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Union Pacific. 1055. Oh, it's always looked like that apparently. That is... Oh, no. Oh, this is strange. Okay. So this is from 2013, and it actually looked like that back then. But back then this said cotton belt or cotton something, and it was painted the same way back then. It's an old GP60 cotton belt. Yeah, Texas says cotton belt. But it looked like that even in 2013, so they've never really painted it. The other side's got panels they appear to have taken off of somebody else's locomotive when they weren't looking. What the heck? Why does it look like that?
EXSP cotton belt.
You know, I always poke at Texas for being flat, but I would like to point out this was taken in Flatonia, Texas, so I guess they know. This says still wearing her original paint. Well, yeah, I think to this day. Oh yeah, it says S and W. SSW. That's what it is. SSW, and it still says it on the nose. So it was built as SSW 9699, and they bought it. UP bought it in 2013. It was built in 1990, and they've just never painted it. It's still wearing the SSW paint. And I guess it always hangs out in Texas. There it is in Hearne, Texas. All these pictures, even from back then, and there's only one page. This is 2024. All of these pictures, Giddings, New Braunfels, Fort Worth, all of these pictures are in Texas. Smithville.
It's an ex Southern Pacific cotton belt locomotive, I believe Texas is saying to us.
Yeah, it says it's wearing scarlet and faded lark gray. I guess that was the color of SSW.
It's kind of like imitation aluminum.
It is, or Dulux gold. It's a patched SSW Jeep. I just think it's interesting they patched the number on the side and then said, yeah, that's enough.
Good enough. Let it roll.
But it still literally says SSW, even on the nose. Like, I don't know. That's just odd. I like it because it's weird. I'm just confused about the choice because they normally are really picky about painting them quickly, you know. Most of the stuff they buy gets painted pretty fast.
Do we have a new category? Weirdest locomotive of the week?
Weirdest locomotive. That's a good one. That's kind of like Catch, but I don't know. Sometimes Catch is just something special or nifty. AGS, I got 6 from you. I know that much. I don't know which ones they were because I drug them immediately to our renumbering program, but I know that the quantity it said came in from your email. There were 6. So if you emailed 6, I received 6. If you emailed more, that's how many I got.
Texas says it's on a local train that stays in Hearne, Texas.
You want to try that name again?
Well, I saw your next picture and I was like, my mind went to a whole new subject.
Hearne, Texas.
Hearne, Texas.
Hearne. Okay.
So, okay, we're just going to start over.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's on a local train. Texas says it's on a local train that stays in Hearne, Texas.
Oh.
But see, you pop that up.
And he got through it, guys. He got through it.
I got excited.
No, I caught that. That's really pretty. I like that.
That's beautiful.
No trespassing. That's a strong contender for artistic.
Look at the wave in the rails there that you just showed.
Yeah, it's real wavy. It's wavy left and right and vertically, but it's also crossing this weird tie situation where they have whatever this thing is. It's almost like a passenger loading thing, but I wonder if it's an inspection station or I don't know what's happening there, but it's neat. And that sky is so beautiful. And that's the real sky. That's not a Photoshop.
Likes to see if you could make it a cross station.
Mm-hmm. You can tell it's not a Photoshop because of the way that it is. This is Mike's incredulous stare at the back of my head.
Yeah, it went over me. Like peanut.
Yeah. Anyway, I like that one. That's really good. It's a potential contender for artistic. Oh, there it is. The 1943. Look at the waviness. Look at that situation. That's worse than the 1923 track that's down in that starts with a W. Help me, Michael.
Wauhatchie. AGS wrote you a note.
Hasn't owned that line in 20 years. No kidding. Huh. Yeah, I saw the... Let me check. Hold on. Oh, yep. AGS did send in more. I've got 3 more. I will download them real quick, and we will not view them. I will see if I can get them renumbered real quick. Give me 1 second. Image. It's going to be enthralling YouTube. Mike, do you have anything you want to share with the class while I type 3 numbers?
Well, September 30th is the CSX reenactment following the path of the General.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to be viewing it anywhere in particular where rail fans could see you?
I think we're going to try and go down to Big Shanty where it's going to start. And I have all kinds of notes to share tomorrow when we're on the live about it.
All right. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know what? After all that trouble I went through to move over that picture of Tara waving at you, waving at her, waving at you, that picture was actually in it. I see it now in the image preview, and I had to go find that thing in my text and download it, but it was in there. It's just in there a lot later. It's in there in like half an hour.
Now she's waving twice.
Yeah, she will be. Anyway, all right. There's 1943. Oh, look, it's the Monopoly dude. See, this time it actually is the Monopoly dude, not a guy that looks like the Monopoly dude. But that's
Union
him.
Pacific.
Yeah. It's old. A strong showing from the Monopoly man with his distinctive top hat, mustache, stringy black hair, and bow tie.
A game that's been around for centuries.
Looks like a oil tycoon back in the beginning.
That
Early
was
days.
nicely done.
It was.
The inspection car.
Do not hump. But if you want to paint some graffiti,
I wonder
won't
what
even
people
notice.
think when that goes by that don't know what railroads are all about.
I don't know. If you didn't know the existence of hump classification yards, I would imagine that would be a pretty amusing statement, having 2-foot-high letters. See, train cars are 13 feet high, so yeah, those are at least 2 feet high. They might be 3 feet high letters. That's pretty. Look at that. UP coming in the sunset. Look at this, what do you call these, an H crossing? Directly perpendicular crossing. And it's double line with a double crossing. So, junction, 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 junction. It's like that Schoolhouse Rock, conjunction, junction.
Ka-chung, ka-chung, ka-chung.
Mm-hmm. What's your function? For the older kids in the class, the function was hooking up phrases and clauses and making them run right. Mike, I have an answer for you, and you were correct. Are you ready?
I can't wait to hear the question. Ah.
There are lights right there, and guess where they're not? In
Up
what the
top.
spot that's now blanked. So what the heck makes them decide whether to put them there or there?
That's another good question.
But here, they don't get the glare that you get up there, so why not always put them in the nose? Why put them up here and have to put it in the little scoopy things?
Because they're up higher, so you get more visibility forward.
Yeah, I guess it's a compromise. This
They're down low, so they don't shine as high. That would be my initial answer.
I would like to point out there's not a window here. Okay, so we're now going to keep track. This one is a CSX or a Union Pacific. If the NS ones always have them up high, we'll know it's just like a manufacturer preference.
Robert said diamonds.
That's what they call those things. Diamond crossing. Makes more sense. Brazoria County. Don't know where that is.
Wonder if you're entering it or leaving it.
Looks like you're entering it. Or it's just the road, not County Road 146. They're just a different kind of sign. Got a little BNSF action. Got some NS action behind it. That's weird. Oh. That's cool. BNSF 1657. What is he?
I don't know, but the
BNSF
numbers are big enough.
Well, right here it says 7058, I think, so it's been renumbered. So, BNSF 1657
Has bought a little.
it still wears the colors of its former owner, Burlington Northern. Which makes sense since that's BNSF, Burlington Northern Santa Fe. But yeah, in 2009, it was blue. And then they painted it green. And then it got sold, and they left it painted that color scheme. But it had previously been 7059, so I was close. I said 7058. That was a 9. So originally 7059, and they just never bothered to repaint it. Built in June of 1978. There you go. That's a cool catch. Out there doing the work. Oh, hey, we know these trains. I don't think we know that rail fan. No, wait, we don't. But you know what's interesting? This is Louisiana and Delta. But look at what the logo looks exactly like in the paint scheme.
Yes, because they own different short lines across the country.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
So they own the Chattooga and Chickamauga as well. And there's another one, not the Sequatchie Valley, but there's another one close by that has the same scheme.
Yeah, we had the pictures a few weeks ago.
We did.
It was like
That's
M
cool.
and D.
Yeah. Huh. All right. I didn't know that. But they had 0 injuries at some point. That's good.
Is there writing along in the yellow?
No, it's just the dashes.
Okay, it's the dashes, the reflections. Reflectives.
Yeah, reflective strips. Got a young rail fan giving a what's up. That's cool. L&D.
They also own one, according to AGS, in another country. Worsteth.
Worsteth. Worsteth?
Is that a Santa? Or-
Maybe he had to give a public speaking test right after he had a tooth removed, so it was the worst teth. Worst teth ever.
What is he? Is that a...
That's East Atlanta Santa.
Sure does kind of look like it.
It looks a lot like East Atlanta Santa from last week, but he's missing his chain. Definitely holding a candy cane. He's got a belt buckle and a green shirt on, which is unusual for a Santa. But he
And
has
a lady reindeer.
Yeah. That is a lot of blonde hair for a reindeer.
That it is. It has to be
And then over here,
part of your Atlanta theme.
there is an elf on a snow scene. What do you call those things? Little scenes people set up at Christmas. You know, Bob and Matt have one of those things.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you call them, but like a Christmas scene, little village, Christmas village. Yeah, there's a elf, I guess, on the shelf. And I can't read what that says. It says how something. But wait, how Colt stole something. How Colt stole something, which is I'm sure it's supposed to be a play on How the Grinch Stole Christmas. But it's referring to somebody named Colt, I suppose. But it's the worst death. I have no idea what's happening, but it's fascinating.
It is.
Hey, we know that sign. Guess what? It's now put in there with security screws, so they can't steal it this time as easily. You see that sign a lot, don't you, Mike?
I actually took pictures of it just the other day after I mowed the grass there.
The world's greatest freight train viewpoint. Our hats off to Scott Coffey for figuring this out long ago and having lived to see them put up a sign in his honor. I also like the kind of Art Deco-ish sort of shape they went with. It's cool. It's old school. Looks like an old diner sign or something. Well, on the theme of cartoon characters enjoying extracurricular activities, here is a very relaxed-eyed Homer enjoying a donut. He's already eaten half of it. He's waiting on the other half, and he has that look of anticipation. However, I appreciate that they made the O on this graffiti word that we can't read a donut.
And he's looking for it.
Oh, maybe that's why he's got his look of half-eyed happiness, is because he sees the prize. The world's biggest donut. You know, I'm not even massive on donuts. I like them just as much as the next person, I suppose, but I don't seek them out. But I think if I saw a donut of that scale next to my head, I would also have that eye.
I'd have to call you for strength.
Casey,
I need help.
tell me what my doctor's going to say if I eat this.
Yes. Do you think he'd know?
Yeah, he could feel it. He would actually be reading somebody else's chart, like, all right, Mrs. Johnson, your A1C's look. Wait. Mike has done something.
It's the donut.
He could sense it. This is the worst death patient I've ever had. Oh, the golden beaver. This is interesting. It says, well, I actually don't have the slightest idea what it says on the roof. I thought I had the number, but it doesn't. It's got like a pattern painted on the roof. Wonder what that means.
I don't know, but it certainly is the anti-slip. Oh, does that help you look at it sideways?
No,
Try that.
I was hopeful. Although there's another thing.
Well, it could be a 7 on each side.
You know what I've never noticed about a locomotive before, and I've looked to the roofs of quite a few of them?
They have antennas, a bunch of
No,
them.
this is hinged. These open. These are access panels. And it must be where they work in the electronics, but I've never noticed the hinge before. Now I'm going to be looking for that. And here's the blinking plate where they should have put the lights, but instead they put them right here.
With the golden beaver.
I'm so confused, Mike. So
I
we know
like that, though.
Canadian Pacific does the same thing as Union Pacific, so apparently it's a Pacific cabal. I'm sure whoever sent this photo in didn't know we're at rabbit trails. We were going to go down with it, but here we are. And there's the camera with a box around it, so that one's secured. There's the conductor. He's chilling. He's doing what conductors do, which is wonder why they can't read Instagram while they sit there and wait for the engineer to do stuff. That's a cool shot, though. I like that with the tracks on the side. That's nice. What the heck is that?
A giant boombox.
That's you know what that is? That's a bearing for that's the middle section of an excavator or a similar type of like crane device. That's the giant bearing that they sit on.
That they rotate on?
Yeah, when they rotate. So that's it turned sideways. And I'd say, judging by the side of it, that's probably a crane and not an excavator. But that is a massive rotating platform.
Wow.
Or a rotating piece of equipment. So the center shaft goes through the middle, and it sits here, and it's got like little, almost like train car wheels that sit on it as it rotates around.
How could you possibly know what that is?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure how I know
I mean, it's
that.
not like you go down to the corner and you see it on the way to school.
Well, I was homeschooled, so I didn't see anything on my way to school except for the kitchen. But yes, I don't know.
And in that position, you would never guess it to be part of a crane.
Well, here's a tiny human
Platform.
for scale. Do you see this human?
Yes.
As a matter of fact, they can't see it. I'm going to switch to my views here. Down here is a miniature human for scale. And that human's at least tall enough to be able to wear a youth baseball cap. So that's the size of that thing. And that's a heavy low-boy car. That's an extremely heavy thing. And it says, car may fall over, as the kid stands here and looks at it. And it says, shipping and something instructions. Warning, car may fall over. Safety first. Warning.
AGS says, a note back that train crews cannot get any social media besides messaging and calling while sitting.
Isn't that sad? That's why I said he was wishing he could read Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool. There's the Savannah in Atlanta. Somebody caught him with his arm in the window. I bet you that was from last week, as it made quite the journey around the East last week. Always good to see it. That's dramatic.
You know what that is.
Well, I know it's the faces representing the theater.
No, you know what that is. That is what I sent you that I was all proud of until you ruined it for me. I thought it was French.
Oh, is that the car?
That's it.
Oh, that car.
I'm 99% positive that's what that is.
I don't remember that, but it's I'm going to try and figure out a way to say this.
Yeah, good luck. I don't know how you're going to say it.
The side of the car says a word that ends in TS that is used to refer to more than one person of moral flexibility in their interactions with other humans. But why it has the universal faces of, well, it's supposed to be comedy and drama, typically, the faces of theater, the masks of theater, I'm not sure. But that's how it be. That's interesting. It's a good one, though. Here we go. Somebody help me. This appears to be also from Mario. I can't remember what they call these things. Koopa? That's a Koopa. Koopa, right? Koopa, I think. But anyway, yeah, Mike sent me this, the picture of the train car, and he said, "Wow, check this out! Isn't this cool?" He said, and I said, "Mike, that says."
And I was so excited. I thought it was a French word.
It says the word. I say the word to Mike, and he said,
No.
I thought it was French. I thought it was like from Louisiana. Like, no. Oh, they're saying that's Bowser. I guess Bowser technically is a Koopa, right? He's just like the king of the Koopas, but you're right. He does have the, the wrist thingy things. I don't know. Manacles, I guess. Manacles. That's some good ones. Oh. It's like a vampire bomb. A vampire cannonball. Any idea what that is?
Probably another cartoon I didn't get to see.
But there's 2SC, it says on the side of it. Inzer Silex is the name of the artist, I'm assuming. Pretty smooth.
Tara says you can't see us anymore.
Yeah, put us back up.
Huh.
Beezy Cream has two characters. I do vaguely recognize these characters, but I can't think of where they come from.
They're both girls, right?
No, this one's a boy and the other one's a
Really?
girl. Mm-hmm. That's a hat. You're thinking you're seeing hair. It's not.
Oh, okay. Guess I have to sit closer.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have to make it bigger.
Story of my life. This is Timmy Turner from Nickelodeon cartoon The Fairly Odd Parents. Okay, that was well after my time.
Fairy godparents?
The Fairly Odd Parents. Fairly Odd Parents, which is obviously a play on Fairy Godparents, but no.
Timmy Turner and Wanda.
Oh, Wanda? How do you know it's Wanda?
Because Tara said so.
Oh, figures. I was like, how did you know that, Mike? You're reading the voice of the people. Hey, it's Nike.
NYKE.
But he's got a lowercase n this time. He's branching out. And he's got like a wave thing. I wonder how he paints that in 10 minutes. That's insane.
Well, there is a video. He's all dressed up like he's undercover.
You should find this video. There's the Delaware and Hudson coming in. Man, that's a beautiful locomotive. It's a bit dirty, but it's still so appealing. I love the paint scheme.
Fairly Odd Parents. I've never even heard of that cartoon.
I think that's the second prettiest paint scheme or livery. It's a drone shot. There's the 1170. That's an SD70 ACE. And here he has the lights up high. And there's no cutout on that one.
And the door is open.
And the door is not angled. The door is just square, but it does not have a window in it. It's a cool shot. There's the camera, in case you were curious.
I was curious.
It does have 4 windshield wipers, but it only 2 windows. Oh, that's a bad day. I heard about that. This happened at DeButts. This just happened about a week ago.
How did you hear and I didn't?
I think this is the one that hit the welding truck.
Well, that would be CSX. CSX was the welding truck.
Oh, then never mind. This one hit something. I sent you an article about it. But there's Erlanger. This is definitely DeButts. That's Erlanger in the background, the paint shop, Lookout Mountain. But that's not good. Even if this is on its side, you would think the wheels should be attached.
Don't they have pivot points that go down in?
I don't think they pivot that far.
Oh yeah, that is a little extreme.
Robert Cox says Wednesday, so I'm guessing we know who took the picture. Yeah, that just happened. Oh, well, that's how that happened. Oh, okay. So here's the theory then. Work with me here. This is going to be fairly obvious, but I'm going to go with it. This car that was on this track was not where it should have been, because it should have been back there. And this train leaving didn't notice it was going to go bonk. So this train car went bonk. That one went tip. And for some reason, the wheels no stay connected.
Well, now that you say all that, that is why when I was there the other night, filming at the cliff, all the big trucks were leaving. With the
Big
cranes
trucks
and
is in.
stuff.
Oh, like the.
Yes, on high rails.
Oh, interesting. AGS says looks like a runaway. I mean, it could have been. I guess it could have rolled over. It is a hump classification yard, but that's a fairly long ways from the hump. It's mostly flat there. No, that's closer towards the hump. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, that's
because
a
they
bad
all
day.
come together.
Yeah, it could have been a runaway because I don't see any damage here, and it definitely, if this one had been going out, it would have whacked the snot out of this step at least, and you can see right here that this one's bent. So you're right, it would have had to be a runaway, but it didn't run very far. If it got loose, it hit with some force. It must be totally full, but nothing sloshing, so that's good.
Well,
But it did bend the heck out of it, so it must have. You're right. This one did the moving, and it did the bonking, and that one took the bonking. Well, we got more out of that than I thought we would.
you did well.
There's a Delaware and Hudson. I think that's probably a still from that video. That's cool. As I recall, it's Roanoke. Oh, that's cool. Is this from the photo night?
Yes.
I like the old truck.
And I think that's Roosevelt on the end of the...
It would make sense. He's sitting down in a wicker chair.
And he's got glasses on.
Yeah, because Roosevelt was in a wheelchair, but they always tried to hide it, so he's usually just sitting down. I like that. It's got the Southern Railway logo lit up on it. And this is what I believe to be a 38 Ford pickup.
It had a red light on it at one point that night.
That's cool. I could be the guy in the pickup. See? Told you. There's Tara waving at
There's
you.
Tara again. Hi, Tara.
I went to all that work.
Who would have thought back when?
I know. We hadn't even thought of a studio live at that point.
So we have everything from Runaway Tonight to Tara back when.
That's right. Trent says, speaking of wicker chair, Trent is my barbecue dealer. Pitmaster Wick of Wick Sticks. He is bringing us barbecue. He's going to be eating dinner with us tonight. And he is watching this saying, it's 7:05 and I'm starving. So here we go, Mike. We're going to go a little bit faster.
And you may have one more that's floating around that came in.
All right, hold on.
I
do.
It's a 51-minute video.
Well, I will play that one next week.
A 51-second.
Then we'll play that one this week.
Sorry.
I need to download that. It's too large to scan for viruses. I'm going to hope that there's not a virus on this one.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I've got it. I got it pulled over. There's the family line system. I don't even know what that is. That's an odd locomotive. Look at the blunt nose on it.
Well, if you hit something, you're going to see it literally in your face.
Be wearing it. It's like a cab over truck. Let's see. Do we have another one?
Hi, Trent.
The Iowa Interstate, Kansas City Southern. There's another one. We've got a lot of. There's a 1997 Dodge Viper GTS Coupe.
Really?
I mean, I've driven one.
Amazing.
It was in that same Shelby Stripe paint scheme. I've got a fun story about that one day. I don't know where this is, but that's that same setup. That's the one that went around where we were talking about why don't they have graffiti on the cars. And there's a dude sweeping. But the reason why I know this isn't realistic, Mike, is the ice stores are shut.
Good point. It's not how they do it in Alabama.
It is not. All right, that is the end of those. So good timing, Wick. And we have one video we're going to share real quick. This is from AGS. This is Team 1 Genesis. Well, that's good. I hate it when there's a defect. You remember when we went through that rash like 2 years ago when everything had hubs overheating?
Mm-hmm.
That was a rough time. Very nice.
Stinky Pete.
It is. The one and the only. I had a G80. That was our very first. That was actually Rail Moments Unit 2 was a G80. Remember that, Mike? I had a great one. Oh, he's doing the Rail Moments mirror shot. It's official. Andy Parker started something. Very nice. Little production there. Like the vertical. That'd make a good short. Then we have a quick one from Tara here. This one, I'm going to have to play without any audio. So, Tara, I did work on this in Premiere. I attempted to... I'm going to switch music just so we can play something else. But I attempted to remove the music. And removing the music also removed the dinging of the bell. So it completely lost any point of trying to put it in. So I thought, okay, I'll put in Christmas music. And all of the Christmas music I had is copyrighted. Even the stuff that had Creative Commons license, I still have to add the license to the video. And I don't have any way to do that before the video starts because YouTube has not thought of that yet. But this is the Polar Express. I'm assuming this is in Virginia. And I like that they've got lines that you stand in and they're named for reindeer. So that's the Vixen line. And that's Norfolk Southern. I guess that's their equivalent of the Christmas train? The Santa train? I don't know. There's a lot of people waiting for the Polar Express. And those are old. There's a Clinchfield car.
It's in Spencer, North Carolina.
Interesting. Somebody tell me more about that. Let me know if it's kind of like the Santa train. Apparently, there's a pajama section.
The Polar Express train ride.
Oh, so you just ride on it. Okay, so that's just for the loading area. And I guess it's traditional to wear pajamas. Because I think the kid's wearing pajamas in the movie. I've not ever seen the movie, actually. There we go. So yes, Tara, I did not forget about you, and I did try and do that. It just was not cooperating. So we had to play it without the music, but all that you actually hear is Christmas music and the dinging of the bell as it arrives, and then people like waving and yelling at the train.
And Tara rode in the Clinchfield car.
Oh, that's cool. All right, Mike, you ready?
Okay, let me write my categories.
And I'm going to, while you do that, I'm going to write down what Ray's choice was for best photograph. He says... somewhere. Apparently, I've gotten a lot of notifications during this, but I keep my phone muted. Okay, image 1009. This one.
I really like that.
Love the perspective and composition. All the elements keep your eyes dancing around the photo and back to the engine. He also made a bold edit that really makes all the elements pop, and he sent that to me. if I can not choke to death in the process. I need to go see my barbecue dealer.
AGS says that video was mine in a short on my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. That's a good short. Good little edit.
AGS Railfan Productions.
That's right. That's how I always tag him when we pick his as the winners. Ray has made this edit. I'm about to show it on the screen. See if I can do this full screen here. There we go. That is Ray's edit. So he made a quick little edit that he said makes the colors really stand out. And that's Ray's version of this one, but that is his pick for the best photograph of the week for photographic excellence. So we've got Ray's in, image 1009. I don't know whose that is, but we will announce it when we do the short for this week. Mike, what do you have? I think I'm going to choose my graffiti. And I've got to go with the tiger just based upon the artistry.
You're not going to go zipping through them?
I can, but it's barbecue 30.
I know, but this is more important than food.
You're right.
And as you know, I always...
Okay, here's the zip. Ready?
Okay.
Bikini Woman's the beach. 47.59 with a cutout but no window. Cookie Monster, who has found a reason to need cookies with rolling papers. The tiger, burning bright. This one is Boone's Mill with the 1800. And then that one's it again for some reason. It came in twice for double the 1800. 3388. 6202. A B. 3388 on a bridge. That was Ray's pick, right? Yep, that one's Ray's pick. 4774, another good hand in poker. This one is the Delaware and Hudson coming through Roanoke. Union Pacific Airlines. That's their next acquisition after they get through acquiring the rest of the railroads. There's Mike waving at Tara, waving at Mike, waving at Tara. There's the layout.
That was a lot of waving.
Our fans. Mm-hmm. There's the Bean. He's a Michael Jordan fan. There's the mirror reminding you to we're saying hello, beautiful. There's one going the other way, so it gets them both going both directions. And then this one is. Oh yeah, this is that cool one.
Okay, that's my favorite loco.
Okay. This
World
is
War II loco.
All right. So that's his catch, and that's image 0016_1. Got it. Okay. Next one. This is the 1800 series. Whoops. Didn't put one more in there of the layout. That must have been a good event. There's a lot going on in there. That's a cool one too. I'm glad you shared that. Here is. Oh yeah, GMTX. I like that one. And he has been through here. We've actually seen that one before. This is more of Gadsden. There's the Angry Thief Spy. There's the Dude, Carrot Man, I think. Something like that. There's the fish from Embarcadero. There's the very human-eyed sea monster creature. There's the Pennsylvania. Actually, I'm putting the Pennsylvania in. I love that shot. I'm going to go with that one for my...
And he does show well in that with all the different... His light across the side.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to photograph that.
I know.
Locomotive.
It is hard to get that one. It's almost as bad as the Lehigh Valley. And then this one is image 00025_1. Okay. And that's the Amtrak 341. This is 1800. I really like that one. I'm going to remember that one. That's number 29. This one is Oh, yeah. For some reason, the nickel plate in the middle of a UP train. I don't know why. I want to remember that one, too. These are the other 1800. Oh, that's a strong one. Okay. Replace image 29 with image 32 in my head. There's Roger. Space Jams. There's the wolf.
That's my graffiti.
All right, Big Bad Wolf. Mike picks image 34. Got it. And then the next one is another Siemens. That's 316. This is, oh yeah, this is crazy. RJ Corman, 8 RJ Cormans in a row. I am possibly going with that one, but I'm just going to write it down here because I can't remember some of the other stuff we saw. Here is 4424, 4001, 4001 Under the Bridge that's somehow not melting. This is Lucas, Never Trade Attention for Respect. This is the rusty old 8067 with the window. This is the weird SSW former cotton something. What do we determine? Cotton rail. UP 1055. That one's mine for artistic. You're gonna catch up, Mike. Won't be any left. There's the still of the 1943. There's the Monopoly Man. Classification of the inspection car. There's the diamond. This one is. I don't actually remember which one this one was. I got so caught up with the state highway I forgot what it was. Oh, it's the green BNSF. It's the old Burlington Northern. Yep. It's the Burlington Northern. Still got the old number on the side, 7059. It's the short line, L&D. Louisiana and Delta. There's the worsteth Christmas ever.
That one was a good one.
Coffee's Cliff.
I might have to change
What are you changing?
to the worstest.
The worsteth for graffiti?
No, I'm going to stay with the wolf.
Okay. Coffee's Cliff. There's Homer Simpson. There's 7015, the Golden Beaver. There's the center of the crane.
How do I make that artistic? I really like that picture, even though I didn't know what it was.
1065. There's the drama, comedy and drama. There's Bowser. There's Inzer Silex and the Fairly Odd Parents. Nike. Delaware and Hudson. And the 1170.
That's my best photo.
All right.
That's my favorite photo of the week.
Favorite photo of the week. We got that one. There's photo category, image 60. 60. There we go. And you're missing an artistic, Mike.
I'm torn between the night shot at the Railroad Museum and the helicopter Life Force with 1800. I'm torn between those two.
That one at the museum, that's 63.
Yeah, that's
Here's Tara. Hey,
artistic.
Tara. And then that's the flat-nosed one, Iowa Interstate. The ice chest that's actually closed, and that's the end. So what was the shot with Life Force? Hold on. Life Force, I know that one. I've got the picture in my head. I just have to see it again. This one. There's that one.
I am so...
That's 17.
You may not get barbecue for another 30
This
minutes.
is 63. You better.
Okay.
Ribs wait for no man.
There's my artistic.
Okay, 63. 63 for artistic. All right, we don't yet know who did these. I will tell you, the Parkers had a heck of a week 2 weeks ago. And then last week, we had 4 from Brian Long, and then 2 from 2 other people, 2 from another one, and 1 from one more. So we had a good long week last week, and a Parker week before, and a Terra week before that. So we don't know who these are. There's a good distribution, lots of different numbers spread out from image 5 to image 63. So since we usually get them in order and then just renumbered, it's probably different people. But we had a We had a good week, a lot of good submissions. Thank you very much, guys. And Ray's best image was image 1000 or image 9, and I forgot to put that in there. But there we go. Now I've got it. All right, Mike. Guess what we did?
Can they still hear me?
Yeah.
AGS, I will get an answer from Ray for you and let you know. And the White Ninja's the guy with the pointed nose. That's what his name is, or what he is.
The White Ninja, which from Spy vs. Spy, but the guy that's on the train car.
Yeah, the guy that every week we see.
Oh, what's his name?
White Ninja, I believe.
White
is his
Ninja.
name.
Okay, that's the one I was calling Carrot Man for some reason. Okay, the White Ninja.
Looks like he's got a pointed.
Yeah, pointed nose.
Helmet
He does have like
thing
a
on.
nose thingy there. All right, I'll try and remember that. I'll also do some Googling for that. Not at this very moment. Mike, guess what time it is? It's barbecue 30.
I'm still reading notes.
And I told Trent we'd probably be done between 7 and 7:15, so we're only 6 minutes past my second estimate. I feel proud of us. We got through 77 submissions.
And I want to change my mind, but I'm going to stay.
You're
with
not
my
going
bids.
to.
I know, but there was.
I know. Mike keeps trying to tell me that he wants to do a part 2 or a honorable mentions or whatever. I'm like, no, Mike. Decision time.
Somebody got you up to the best photo, the Ray thing.
You guilted me into the Ray thing.
I did?
Yes.
I thought Tara did.
We're going to start this, guys. We will see you at the, and then you can start.
Tara helped.
Did Tara help? I don't know. I
Yes,
think you
she
said
did.
you wanted Ray to get involved, and I said he's not going to do it. And then I said there's no way he's getting on camera. And then I realized I can just send him all to him in a shared folder. So that's what I've been doing.
And 8 Right has it. See you at the
Next crossing.
Bye AGS. Bye Robert. Bye everybody. Bye Tara. Y'all have a great night.
Makes me think of Reading Rainbow. I see Timmy. I see Robert. I see AGS. I see Jonathan. Guess what else I see, Mike? I see barbecue. I think we see barbecue. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm having too much fun. We should go a little longer.
I'm muting you now.
Oh, come on. Don't.
There are ribs.
No.
Ribs.
Longer.